Good morning, students. Up to now, we have seen about the operational amplifier unit number 1 and unit number 2. In the unit number 1, we have discussed about the differential amplifier and the different types of the differential amplifiers and the DC characteristics, etc. we discussed in the unit number 1. And in the second unit, we discussed about the operational amplifier feedback configurations. So voltage series, voltage shunt, current series, current shunt, like that some of the configurations we have discussed. And after that we have discussed about the AC characteristics of the operational amplifier and some applications also we have seen. So in the unit number 3 of our linear IC applications, we are going to see about the operational amplifier applications, and in the unit number 4 also the applications of operational amplifier only the second part. Okay. So in this unit number 3 we are going to see about the linear applications of our op amp, and in the unit number 4 we are going to see about the non-linear applications and some other applications of our operational amplifier. So let us see the topics what we are going to discuss in the unit number 3. So those topics are divided into two parts here. So one is the normal or a basic applications of our op amp, and the second one is the filters, active filters. First of all, we will see the basic applications of our operational amplifier, DC and AC amplifiers, the peaking amplifier, summing amplifier, scaling, averaging amplifiers, instrumentation amplifier, voltage to current converter, current to voltage converter, integrator and differentiator. These are all the topics in the part A, and the second part B of our unit number 3 is active filters. In the active filters we are going to see about the first and second order Butterworth filters and its frequency response, and Tau Thomas bicode filter. Next we will see about the basic applications of our op amp. So what is operational amplifier? First of all, the operational amplifier is a high gain differential amplifier, so which is used to amplify the DC signals as well as the AC signals. So why it is called as operational amplifier? The operational amplifier is so called because it was designed to do some mathematical applications such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. Okay. So see, the op amp was designed to do some mathematical operations such as addition, which is also called as summing, and subtraction, which is also called as differentiation, multiplication, which is also called as scaling, integration, differentiation and comparison, etc. These are all the applications of our operational amplifier. That is what we are going to discuss in the unit number 3. First we will see about the addition amplifier or summing amplifier. See, summer or adder circuit. So what is the summer or adder circuit? So the circuit which adds the input signals or which sums the input signal, that circuit is called as adder circuit. See, the summer or differential amplifier, as the input impedance of our op amp is extremely large, more than one input signal can be applied to the inverting amplifier. So we already know the input impedance of our operational amplifier is very large. In practical, it is approximately 2 mega ohms. Because of that high input impedance of our operational amplifier, we can give the number of inputs to our input of our operational amplifier. So the output of summer circuit is the addition of the applied input signal. Because of that, the output of our summer circuit will be the addition of applied input signals. So the circuit in which the output voltage is proportional to the sum of input signals, that is called as summer circuit. If we want to write the definition, the circuit which output is proportional to the sum of the input signals, that is called as summer circuit or adder circuit. Depending upon the sign of the output, the summers are classified as inverting summer, non-inverting summer. Okay, so how we are classifying the summers? So depending upon the sign of the output signal, whether it is a positive signal or it is a negative signal. If it is a positive signal, the output is a positive signal, then that is called as non-inverting summer amplifier. If the output signal is a negative signal, then that is called as a inverting summer. Okay, like that we have classified. Let us see about the inverting summer first. Thereafter we will go for the non-inverting summer. Inverting summer first of all. This is a circuit for inverting summer operational amplifier configuration. In this you can observe it has three input signals. VA, VB, VC are the three different input voltages, and these three input voltages has been given to the input of our operational amplifier through the resistors RA, RB, RC. VA was given through RA and VB was given through RB and VC was given through RC resistor, and these three resistors are joining at this node V2. At the node V2, these three voltages are getting added VA, VB, VC. Therefore, at the V2 we can say VA, VB, VC all are getting added, and this operational amplifier is working like an inverting amplifier. How we can say it is working as inverting amplifier means, because the input signals has been given to the inverting terminal of our operational amplifier and the non-inverting terminal has been given to the ground, so that we can say this op amp is working like a inverting amplifier. And we are using one feedback resistor RF, so which is giving the feedback from the output to the input. So here RF is the feedback resistor and IF is the feedback current. V0 is the output voltage which was taken across the sixth pin of our operational amplifier. So let us see the input currents. Because of VA, I1 current is getting generated. Due to VB, I2 current is getting generated. Because of VC, I3 currents are getting generated. Okay, so V1 and V2 are the two input voltages of our operational amplifier. According to the virtual ground concept, we can say the voltage at the both input terminals of the operational amplifier is same. V1 is equal to V2, so that as the V1 is given to the ground terminal, therefore also V2 is equal to 0. See, this is a circuit diagram for the inverting summer or inverting adder. So in examinations they may ask you like a adder or summer, both circuits are similar. Applying KCL at the node V2. So we are going to apply the KCL at the node V2 in order to derive the output voltage. So V2 at the node V2, the incoming currents are I1 current, I2 current, I3 current, and the outgoing currents are IF current and IB2 current, which is going into the operational amplifier, but the IB2 current is equal to the 0 because of very high input impedance of our operational amplifier. See, I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to IF. Incoming currents is equal to outgoing currents. So here we have IB2 also, that was neglected from the equation. So, therefore, I1 can be written as VA divided by RA, and I2 can be written as VB divided by RB, I3 can be written as VC divided by RC, and IF can be written as minus I0 divided by RF. So here, why it is only VA by RA means, according to the virtual ground concept, V1 is equal to V2 is equal to 0. Therefore, I1 current can be written as VA minus 0 or VA minus V2 divided by RA. As the V2 is equal to 0, VA by RA will comes here. Okay. So like that we are derived these currents I1, I2, I3 and IF currents. So why it is minus V0 by RF? Because we are calculating the IF current in this direction V2 minus V0 divided by RF. But we know that the V2 is equal to 0. Therefore, 0 minus V0 by RF, which is minus V0 by RF. In this equation, if you rearrange to get the V0, V0 is equal to minus of this RF will go to the left hand side and then multiplies the each term in that RF divided by RA into VA plus RF divided by RB into VB plus RF divided by RC into VC. If in the circuit shown above, the RA is equal to RB is equal to RC is equal to R, then what's happened? The three denominators RA, RB, RC are same and the numerators is also same RF, RF, RF. Therefore, we can common this RF by R. So, because RA, RB, RC is equal to R, we can common the R. So, V0 is equal to minus of RF by R into VA plus VB plus VC. Therefore, we can say this is the output voltage equation for the operational amplifier. So, which is the summation, which is the multiplication of the gain of the operational amplifier into the input voltages VA plus VB plus VC, which is the sum of the three input voltages. Sum of the three input voltages. Therefore, we can say our amplifier is working like a summing amplifier with some gain RF by R. Suppose in that case, when RF is equal to R, then the output voltage is equal to the negative sum of the all inputs. So, in the above equation, if you take RF also equal to R, then R by R will become 1. Therefore, minus of VA plus VB plus VC will come. V0 is equal to minus of VA plus VB plus VC will come to us. Therefore, the output voltage is the negative sum of the three input voltages. Therefore, we can say our amplifier is working like a summer or adder amplifier. Based on the values of RF and R, the circuit may be act as the scaling amplifier or average amplifier. Up to now, this is the equation for the summing amplifier or adder amplifier. So, because as it is the inverting summer, the output is the negative sum of all three input voltages. Output is the negative sum of all three input voltages, but summer amplifier or adder amplifier can be converted into the scaling amplifier or average amplifier. How it will be, we will see next. So, in the case 1, RF by RA not equal to RF by RB not equal to RF by RC, which means that these RA, RB, RC are different values, not the same values. In the last derivation, we have taken RA is equal to RB is equal to RC, so that we have taken RF by R as common. But in this case, these RA is not equal to RB and not equal to RC. These are three different values RA, RB and RC. Therefore, V0 equation can be written as minus of RF by RA into VA plus RF by RB into VB plus RF by RC into VC. So, even though if you take the same RF value, because RF value is same only, right? Therefore, based on the denominator, we will get the different multiplication factors here. Suppose, for example, I am taking the RF is equal to some 8. RF is equal to some 8 kilo ohms and RA is equal to 1 kilo ohm. Therefore, 8 by 1 is equal to 8. 8 into VA plus, in this case, RB is equal to 4. Therefore, RF is 8 by 4, which is 2. Therefore, 2 into VB will come plus RF by RC, where RC is taken as some 8 kilo ohms only. Therefore, 8 by 8 will becomes 1 is equal to, sorry. Therefore, you can say this is getting multiplied with a factor of, so 8 by 2, which is 4. So, 4 VA plus 2 VB plus 1 VC. Like that, we are having the different multiplication factors for the different voltages. So that we can say this is called a scaling amplifier. So that our summing amplifier is working like a scaling amplifier. So we can apply the different multiplication factors for the different inputs. So that it is called as the scaling amplifier. Next case, it is going to be work like a average amplifier. How, we will see. In the case 2, RA is equal to RB is equal to RC is equal to R. So what we assumed in the last derivation. So RA, RB, RC values are same, but the RF by R is taken as 1 by N. RF by R is taken as 1 by N. Therefore, where N is the number of inputs that we have. If we have the 3 inputs, then the N will become 3. If we have 2 inputs, then N is equal to 2. Like that we have to derive. Therefore, the output voltage will be, if you take RF by RF by R as a common here, okay. Therefore, this entire equation will become P naught into minus of RF by R into VA plus VB plus VC, like that, right? But we know that RF by R is equal to 1 by 3. Therefore, 1 by 3 into minus of VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. So that we can say the sum divided by the number of inputs. The sum of the inputs divided by the number of inputs. So which gives us the average of the input voltages. So that we can say when we choose RA is equal to RB is equal to RC is equal to R and RF by R is equal to 1 by N, then our inverting summer amplifier can be act as the average amplifier. So like that we can convert the adder into the scaling amplifier as well as the average amplifier. Okay, so let us see the non-inverting summer amplifier. Non-inverting summer or adder. This is the second type of the summer amplifier. See, this is a circuit for non-inverting summer or adder. So here you can say the input voltages has been given to the V1 dash terminal, so which is a non-inverting terminal of our operational amplifier, and this RF is the feedback network and R1 is grounded. V0 is the output voltage, V1 is a non-inverting terminal input voltage and V2 is the inverting terminal input voltage because it was given to the minus terminal or second pin of our op amp, and the plus means the third pin of the op amp, and sixth pin is the V0 output voltage. Let us apply the KVL at node V1. At the node V1, we are going to apply the KVL. So, we can say the VA minus V1 divided by RA. The current flowing in RA resistor is written as VA minus V1 divided by RA, and the current flowing in the RB resistor can be written as VB minus V1 divided by the RB, and the current flowing in the RC resistor can be written as VC minus VA divided by the RC, which is equal to 0 because these three currents are incoming currents, but there is no outgoing current here because as the input impedance of our operational amplifier is very high, no current will flow into the operational amplifier. Therefore, there is no outgoing current here, that is equal to the 0. These three currents are the incoming currents of our operational amplifier because of VA, VB, VC voltages. In this case, the V1 is equal to V2 only, but it is not equal to 0 because no terminal is given to the ground. Even though the V2 is grounded, because it was grounded through R1 resistor, we can't say which the voltage is 0. Therefore, we can rearrange the above equation in order to get the V1. So, in these all terms, V1 is there. Therefore, we can common the V1 and then we can rearrange the equation in order to get V1. V1 is equal to VA by RA plus VB by RB plus VC by RC whole divided by 1 by RA plus 1 by RB plus 1 by RC. We know that the V0 equation for the non-inverting amplifier, as it is working as a non-inverting amplifier, the gain of this operational amplifier is 1 plus RF by R1. Therefore, the output voltage equation can be written as the gain into the input voltage. The gain is 1 plus RF by R1, which is a non-inverting amplifier gain, into the input voltage is V1. This is the V1, right? We already calculated. Now we are going to substitute the V1 value in the V0 equation. Therefore, V0 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into VA by RA plus VB by RB plus VC by RC whole divided by 1 by RA plus 1 by RB plus 1 by RC. Let us take RA is equal to RB, which is equal to RC, which is R, and this R is equal to RF by 2. Like that we are taking this equation. Therefore, we can say the V0 is equal to 1 plus 2R by R. 1 plus 2R by R. How it is? Because the R is equal to RF by 2. Therefore, RF is equal to 2R. Instead of RF, we can replace it as 2R, and the R1 is assumed as R only. R1 is also assumed as R only. Therefore, R by R will becomes cancel, and 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 here, and here VA in this equation, RA is equal to RB is equal to RC is equal to R. Therefore, we can common 1 by R from the numerator and 1 by R from the denominator. Both will get cancelled. Therefore, we can say the V0 is equal to VA plus VB plus VC by 3 will comes. So, that 3 will get cancelled. This 3, which is the gain of the amplifier. Therefore, the output voltage is equal to the sum of the three input voltages VA plus VB plus VC. The output voltage is the sum of the input voltages. Let us see, this is about the non-inverting summer or non-inverting adder circuit. Let us see one problem regarding the adders. Design an adder circuit to get V0 is equal to minus of 0.1 into V1 plus V2 plus 10 V3. This is the problem what they have given. So, this output voltage must be equal to minus of. This minus of indicates that it is the inverting summer. If the minus is not given here, means it is a non-inverting summer. Like that we have to assume first. And these input voltages have the different scaling factors. So, 0.1 is the scaling factor for the V1, and V2 has the scaling factor of 1, and V3 has the scaling factor of 10. Let us see, we know that for the scaling amplifier or adder amplifier, V0 is equal to minus of RF by RA into VA plus RF by RB into VB plus RF by RC into VC. So that let us assume the feedback resistor RF is equal to 1 kilo ohm. So here all are 1 kilo ohm resistors only. Now as assuming the RF, we can select we can get the value of RA, because RF by RA must be equal to 0.1. So as the RF is equal to 1 kilo ohm, if you take the RA as 10 kilo ohms, then 1 kilo ohm by 10 kilo ohm, which is equal to 0.1 kilo ohm. Okay, so that the RA will be equal to the 10 kilo ohms. 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1. The scaling factor has been satisfied into VA or V1 plus the second scaling factor is 1 only. As the RF is equal to 1, the RB also must be equal to 1 in order to get the V2 voltage, and plus RC is equal to 0.1, because we have to get the output voltage, output scaling factor as 10. Therefore, if we take RC is equal to 0.1 kilo ohm or 100 ohms, then the scaling factor 10 can be achieved.